Welcome back to Top 10 Tunes. Today we're going to be diving into the world of the Beatles to discuss their top 10 most controversial songs. Now, controversy doesn't necessarily mean bad, but these tracks have garnered mixed reactions from fans and critics alike, so let's get started with our list.
Kicking off our list at number 10 is Good Night. This sentimental lullaby, written by John Lennon and sung by Ringo Starr, closes out the iconic White Album. While some find it endearing, others criticize it for being overly saccharine and lacking the innovative and adventurous spirit found in many of the Beatles' other compositions. Taking the 9th spot is What Goes On from the Rubber Soul album, primarily written by Ringo Starr and credited to Lennon and McCartney. This country-infused track didn't receive as much attention as other songs on the album. Its relatively simple lyrics and straightforward melody didn't captivate audiences in the same way as some of the more introspective and experimental tracks on Rubber Soul. At number 8, we have The Inner Light. This George Harrison composition, released as the B-side to the Lady Madonna single, showcases his deep interest in Indian music and philosophy. However, it didn't resonate with everyone as much as his other works, possibly due to its unconventional musical structure and the incorporation of Indian instruments, which were relatively unfamiliar to Western listeners at the time. Coming in at number 7 is Revolution 1. While it shares similarities with the more famous Revolution single, this slower and more contemplative version from the White Album is often considered less compelling. The song's stripped-down arrangement, introspective lyrics, and lack of the raw energy found in the single release didn't resonate with audiences looking for the band's trademark rock sound. Our 6th entry is Mr. Moonlight. Originally performed by Dr. Feelgood, The Interns, the Beatles covered this song on their Beatles for Sale album. However, some fans feel that their rendition falls short compared to their other remarkable tracks. The song's repetitive structure and lack of memorable hooks may have contributed to its relatively low popularity. Coming in at number 5 is You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. Released as the B-side to the Let It Be single, this whimsical track features unconventional lyrics, quirky vocal performances, and a mixture of musical styles. Its experimental nature and lack of a cohesive structure may have alienated some listeners, making it a less popular choice compared to the band's more accessible hits. Taking the 4th spot is Dig It. This brief, improvised track from the Let It Be album is often seen as a filler song with little substance. Composed during the band's tumultuous recording sessions for the Let It Be project, Dig It reflects the band's spontaneous and sometimes fragmented creative process. Its lack of a clear structure and repetitive nature may have contributed to its lower appeal among fans.
At number 3, we have Obla Di Obla Da.
While this upbeat tune from the White Album was a hit single, some listeners find it overly repetitive and simplistic. Written by Paul McCartney, the song's infectious melody and catchy chorus may have contributed to its initial success, but its frequent radio airplay and ubiquity over the years have led to a portion of fans growing tired of it. Taking the 2nd spot is Wild Honey Pie. Another short experimental track from the White Album. It has received criticism for being nonsensical and repetitive. Clocking in at less than a minute, the song features fragmented lyrics and a disjointed structure. Its experimental nature and departure from the Beatles' more polished sound may have made it less appealing to mainstream audiences. Topping our list at number 1 is the infamous Revolution 9. This experimental piece from the White Album is a montage of sound collages and spoken word samples. Created by John Lennon and Yoko Ono, the track pushes the boundaries of conventional music and challenges listeners with its abstract and chaotic nature. While some appreciate it as a daring artistic statement, its avant-garde style and departure from traditional song structures led to its divisive reception and limited popularity among the general audience.
And that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 controversial Beatles songs. Remember, these are subjective opinions, and there's a ton of fans who appreciate each of these tracks. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you agree or disagree with our list. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more music-related content.